We got vibes. We got L-bombs. We got dudes disappearing for months and years at a time. We got it all. Catfish is back. Dynamic duo. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This is my jam, did you know?
What? I did not know, but now I do. Hey, know what it do? Guess what, girl? You know I missed you. Oh!
You're good.
Chaos J in the building. Season 6 remix is still going strong. Dynamic duo. My partner in crime is back from traveling the world, jet setting, seeing things.
What's going on?
OG in the building.
What's up, everybody? I missed you, and I missed Catfish as well.
Hey, man.
But again, I'm Olivia Gabaree. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, _O_G.
Oh, yeah. And then we just gonna let this breathe for a second.
This
What?
is vibes right here.
It all day. Funk wave bounces all day. I had to even drop a track on the DMC because this joint, I love this CD.
I'm gonna listen to the rest of the CD.
You need to. Trust me, from start to finish, it's on point.
Fire only.
I promise you. It's a lot better than that 21 Savage. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there. It's the trash. That's what it is. Okay, so we're talking April and Dean. April's from Utah. Dean is from Texas. And she still loves this dude, even though at one point he disappeared for 9 months. And another point, he disappeared for like a year. And he came back. He always came back like a boomerang. They met on a message chat board, teen chat. Sounds kind of corny, but hey, I guess, you know, you meet where you meet. Overall, they had like 2 or 3 years of talking to each other, something like that.
And I mean, they met when they were in junior high, which is 13 years old. So from that point till now, where they're in their 20s, it's been about 7 years.
Okay, so
but
7.
It hasn't been a consistent 7 years,
Right,
obviously, we
he
know.
just likes to just fall off the face of the planet and then come back. So, I mean, you know, they were going from talking every day, 24/7 on the phone, then texting, and then he just disappears. And then he comes back, and then they're dropping L-bombs because I love you and this. And then when he finally comes back after whatever number disappearance, he's broke, no money, his phone shut off. From here on out, just hit me up on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, it wasn't looking good because we had all the catfish consistencies.
We had all the ingredients.
But the only thing that alarmed me was the fact that they spoke on the phone a lot. I mean, I know we have some catfish situations where they are on the phone, but that's still a check in the positive because it's very rare that they do.
Right.
So
Sometimes,
at least
yeah,
we
because a
have
lot of
that.
times we do just get text-only guys or text-only girls. When we bring Nev and Max into the picture, they go and they start doing what they do. He's got the skeleton Facebook.
Yep.
It's not allowed on there. He's only got like 5 pictures, which is kind of weird if you're on Facebook. The reverse search turns up nothing. So April, again, to jump back, had reached out to them because she's like, look, like, I need to know what's going on with this dude because I've invested so much time. I still love him, and I just want to know what the deal is. How long would you have been up for all these shenanigans with this dude?
Listen, you already know me. It wouldn't have been
Shutting it
7
down.
years. It wouldn't have been 7 months. Definitely not 7 weeks. It's pretty sketchy. I mean, the fact that he won't see her and he keeps on disappearing.
Won't do video chat.
He won't do video chat, and he's reaching out to her through a third person. And typically in catfish history, when there's a third party involved, shit's never accurate, you know.
By third party, you talking about Dakota?
Yes.
So we're talking about the BFF, Dakota, who, while he's using him as a go-between at times, when we later talk to Dakota, he's like, I don't know who this April chick is.
Oh my god, and he was
Dakota
so rude.
He was rude.
I can't stand him. He was like, what? Pretty much like, why are you coming at me, bro? Like, it's Nev's job. Like, shut up.
Right? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Going into this, I definitely, all I kept thinking was, okay, it's got to be Dakota or it's somebody. Dean is not who he says he is. The reverse number turns up a Tina and John with a kid named Coda, so then they're like, okay, that might be the key right there.
Sketchy.
We definitely never did find out about Tina and John either.
I know.
Because with them having a kid named Coda was Coda, Dakota, and, you know, and everything always went back to Dakota. Everything went back to that house, so to speak. Who's to say that, you know, Dean was kind of like a nomad. He was homeless. He was dealing with a bunch of different issues, which also he said contributed to why he would disappear from time to time with her, with his mom being ill and then, you know, later on dying. So, I don't know.
So much of a coincidence, though, the whole Facebook situation. Like, maybe
there was so
those are
many
his
things.
parents.
Yeah.
But to have such like a young photo of Dakota on the Facebook, it's like his parents would have to got hip to Facebook a long time ago.
Like,
which is not really that
when
likely.
When Facebook became like Facebook and it wasn't no longer the Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about though, Facebook low key been around for a minute now.
I know.
Low
maybe
key.
we're just like aging because I really don't know. I mean, I guess he was sort of, he didn't look like a baby, but maybe like a teen or a preteen. So it could be realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
But we didn't see a date on the photo. So
yeah, this is very true. So that reverse number turns up Tina and John. They reach out to B, who's a Facebook friend. They reach out to Zoe, who is also a Facebook friend.
Two of which happen to be his side pieces.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because the people that they did decide to reach out to, I mean, because his Facebook is so bare, the only ones that they were able to talk to were ones that were in the exact same situation as April was. Right.
He kind of left them hanging after meeting them in Teen Chat. Like,
what is Teen Chat?
Dude, it sounds like
those AIM chat rooms.
That, but it just, Teen Chat just reminds me of like those cheesy, like Tiger Beat, you know what I'm saying? Like J17, like all those kind of like cheesy, corny, like magazines from like the 90s.
Yeah,
like
it sounds like it would be a magazine.
Right, Teen Chat, like.
But you could tell
and
it's
you have all the like the young little heartthrobs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about heartthrobs. I mean, first of all, are chat rooms even a thing anymore? Like, I feel like I never hear about them.
So when they start talking about Teen Chat and you know, and it being a message chat board, I was like, how is this
7 years ago?
Is this like a throwback Catfish? Like,
that's so, but I remember growing up, my dad, like, you know, internet safety, my dad would be like, never go in a chat room because, you know, that's how you met strangers and predators.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, now I don't know if it's as much of a thing, but believe me, there are so many other ways that you could be threatened
even
on
though
the
your
internet.
dad told you not to do it, did you do it?
I very rarely did. I think I was scared too.
Okay, so when you did, then were you ever tempted to want to meet that person? Did they ever try to hook up?
I feel like I never created a one-on-one relationship with somebody because I was so paranoid. But being like my rebellious self, of course I want to see what it's all about because if you're going to tell me not to do something, obviously I'm going to do it. But no, I never had like any relationships through them. And clearly, I was better off because I may have ended up on Catfish 7 years later.
Exactly. So B responds in the message. She drops Dean's number in the message, which it comes back as Dakota's number. When they talk to Zoe, she's like, "Yeah, I met him. He disappeared on me, kind of like an asshole."
Yeah.
And then she was ultimately kind of over that dude. Because, you know, he kind of played her. And I guess she had feelings for him.
But, and so far, like, April's really the only one that's stuck around.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit suspect to me, though. Because, you know, is he with you because you're the only one that's stuck around?
Right. Like, he's like, well, she keeps messaging me back.
Yeah, so. Everybody else was like, yeah, I probably won't put up with this for any longer. But okay.
So finally, after going around the park, They finally just go in the park and say, "Yo, Dean, what's up, bro?"
Yeah.
Hit Dean up, they hit Dean up. He follows up like, "Oh my God, what's up? Hey guys, yeah, I definitely want to meet April."
Through Dakota's phone.
Right, through Dakota's phone. Yeah, here's his address. I'll be here all week. Aubrey, Texas. Here's my address. Let's go. Granted, he didn't really sound like that, but that's just in my mind.
That was his energy.
That his energy level was there. So it was very corny and energetic. They arrive at Dakota's house. He answers. Super rude, just like he was on the phone. Super just awkward, but in hindsight, it makes sense. If you're not really up on what your friend's doing,
yeah,
and you got a TV show hitting you up like, yeah, we're investigating your friend and this, and you're like, what the?
Wouldn't you hit up your friend though and be like, "Hey, do you think that you could tell me what's going on?"
Like,
because
why am I getting calls from Catfish?
Yeah, and then the fact that he saw them at, I don't know. And Dakota's rude as, oh
yeah,
my gosh,
he's
and he acted
rude.
So like not caught off guard, but.
He was very apprehensive.
And it's like, we thought that Dakota was going to be there. Why are you acting like it's so absurd that we think that he just like left. He stepped in. It's like, what do you mean he left?
Yeah, I'll try and find him. And now, again, replaying all these things, when he said I'll try and find him, let's remember, Dean does not have a phone. So whereas
okay.
if we're hanging out and then somebody comes looking for you and I'm like, oh, she just left, I just pop a text.
Right.
Yo, oh, what's up? So-and-so looking for you. But you don't have a phone, so then I would say some random shit like, well, I don't know. Let me go and try and find you. Granted, I'm not really. I'll tell them that. I'm not about to go hit these streets trying to look for you. I'll just wait for you to come back.
I'm not trying to hit these streets,
I'm just saying, like, if you was missing, yeah, I got you. I'm in these streets all night.
But missing from Catfish.
Yeah, but, like, you just went to go get a slice of pizza or something or go do some hot yoga.
All right, fair to say.
I'll wait for you to come back.
But at that point, were you thinking that it was Dakota?
Oh, all day.
Yeah,
and that was
same.
the thing, is that when they called Dakota earlier and he was being all super rude and he was like, yeah, I guess, and hung up on him.
Yeah.
God, he was so rude. Like, I low-key wanted to just chop him in the throat.
Like, this girl's in love. Throw her a bone.
Right? Well, maybe not. I mean, or maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that was his, his speed. Either way, I lost my train of thought.
So it wasn't like we were thinking that it was Dakota.
So when they called Dakota, another thing that they were trying to rule out was whether she would recognize the voice.
Yep.
And she said, I don't recognize the voice. Mm-hmm. And then even when they got there and he comes out and he's looking all weird, and I was waiting for him to be like, okay, I'm sorry, guys, it is me.
Right.
He never said that, obviously. And I was waiting for her to be like, oh, wait, no, that sounds like him, once she met him in person. But again, she was like, that's not him. So
maybe he just
get back in the car, and while they're trying to regroup and refigure out what they're going to do, because at this point they're really thrown for a loop, because they're like, dude just told us to come and we showed up and he's not here, and this dude is acting super awkward and we think it's him, but she says it's not him and he acts like it's not him, and they're trying to figure it out. Then we get this van that pops up and we're like, oh, what the hell? And the van backs
just
up, in the wrong direction. But it's like Postmates or DoorDash. Nothing to worry about.
For added suspense.
Right. Just a little added suspense. Cue the commercial break. They get, what was it? Didn't they get another message?
Yeah. Wait, was it at that point Neve spoke to him like at 10 o'clock at night? Or was that the time before?
She did, or something like that. So
I forget in which order it was.
If you know, you can hit us up. If it's, but either way, we realize that, Dean reaches back out. I'm gonna be here. Mm-hmm. Hit me up, and they show up, and lo and behold,
finally,
Dean walks out, and it's Dean. It's not like Jimmy pretending to be Dean or Johnny pretending to be. No, it's fucking Dean.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
I couldn't either. But I can't remember, because I just have so much that happens between last Catfish and this Catfish. I want to say last week, even while you were gone, like last week's episode, it ended up being that same person.
What?
Like it was legit. Like it ended up turning out to be the real thing. So I mean, I'm more thrown for a loop sometimes when it's the actual person.
Yeah.
Because then
sure.
then after you realize, you're trying to think, well, why did you do all this crazy, shady, suspicious shit?
Because you just must. I don't even know what to say. Like, you're just crazy. You've
got a lot of issues.
Went through all of that to the point where you have everyone convinced that you're not real, but you're actually real. What does that say about your character? You're a very flaky weirdo.
Super.
For 7 years, man, you can't
wishy-washy.
even just like hit one FaceTime. Like, go to the library or your local coffee shop.
Can
Make
Skype
it happen.
Something.
Ask
Thank you.
Dakota to use his phone. Like, there are ways.
Dean walks out and he confirms everything that he had told her was true. He was broke as hell. His mom did die. He did not have a phone, and he was couch surfing. And he essentially says, like, yo, I'm trying to get my stuff together.
Yeah.
And I kind of believed him. He said that part of his going ghost was due to his mom being sick, other little internal issues that he had with himself, and not trying to get too emotionally connected to her. But I'm like, dude, you're already emotionally connected because you're dropping L-bombs.
I mean, I think if you're past the point of a year,
you're connected.
You're pretty connected.
Yeah.
Never mind 7. And
Just saying.
I understand he wants to get his stuff together, and he had all these difficulties with his family and his personal issues.
But they were each other's support system.
Exactly, and she was already well aware of that, so it wasn't like he had to hide it from her. And also, he mentioned his insecurities, but it's like, you've been sending real photos of yourself. So it's not like you're popping out as some, like weirdo beast dude. You actually look like she thinks
weirdo beast dude.
You actually look the way she thinks that you look.
Piercings and everything.
I don't know. To be honest, like, I'm very happy that it was real and it worked out.
But at the same time, it's still kind of like I still have a funky feeling.
And I like me a good catfish.
Like, yeah, I like some drama.
I wish it was a little juicier and a little more drama, but the fact that they ended up working it out. But I have to give her props because I thought she would for sure be down to, like, have a real relationship and just take it from there. But she really took it upon herself to do what was best for her and keep it moving.
Right, and she did. Like, when we got the follow-up, and, he even admitted there on the spot, 'cause Max, being Max, put him on the spot, like, so what's the deal? Like, how do you feel about this girl? Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, I still have feelings, and I'm really excited, just stand next to her. And she, later on, as they have their one-on-one, says, look, I need you to stay here. You cannot keep disappearing on me. That shit is wrong. It's rude. It hurts my feelings. And I'm already here for you, so you have no reason to do these things. He agrees. They agree to have a mature relationship or whatnot, and to move forward beyond it. So then we fast forward, we get this the follow-up, and
April's got a man.
She got a new boo. She's not even thinking about you, dude. So she says she still talks to him. They're friends. The boyfriend knows about Dean. Dean knows about the boyfriend. We talk to Dean, and Dean confirms he knows about the boyfriend, and he ultimately wants what's best. And I'm not going to lie, that was low-key a super mature response. And if there's ever a situation where I am out of a relationship and you get to follow up with me, and you ask me how I feel, depending on what day you catch me, I'm not gonna be like, I just want what's best for her. Nah, I was best for you, B.
No, I would for sure be salty about it, but
yeah, like I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be like, yo,
he has nobody else to blame but himself. It's his own fault.
But this is true. And it was an LDR. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
She's in Utah. He's in Texas. He couldn't even be bothered enough to video chat. It's not like he's gonna hop on a flight.
I mean, it's too little, too late, bro.
Give her some weekend piping. So.
Weekend piping. Oh my God.
I'm just talking about if she had some plumbing problems.
Figuratively. But yeah, I mean, he did say that he wished that they spoke more, which is understandable. But she
got a boo.
She's busy, bro. We'll catch you on the flip side.
She's busy getting busy, and it ain't with you, because you messed it up, bro. Anyways, and that, my friends, concludes the April and Dean saga on Catfish. We see clips of next week's episode, and it looks like it's intense because this person who believes he might be getting catfished is actually dying. Like he's terminally ill. So this is on a whole new level.
I'm a little nervous for this one because
I am.
God help that person who may or may not be catfishing him.
Right.
I probably won't have many.
I'm gonna need you to be
positive
real,
things to say.
and I'm gonna need you to be very, very remorseful.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
We shall see. I don't really have any predictions on this one, so we'll need to cue that funky music and have the lights go. Oh! But I am looking forward to next week's episode. And I mean, I don't know.
Let it be juicier than the last.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like, this one was good, but it wasn't. Like, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and admit I prefer when it's drama
messed up.
and it's just all crazy jacked up. There are a few exceptions to that rule where I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy. He's real, she's real, they're together. But most times it's just more entertaining when it's drama.
Yep, that's true.
Bring that drama, let's fry it up. Catfish, guys, that's what's up. It's your boy Chaos J all day. OG is back. And we're going to keep this season 6 remix train going until we go on break. And yeah, that's it. You guys know where to catch me. Chaos J on Twitter. Chaos_Oceans31. Oceans Y. Because your boy's so wavy. What?
Ooh.
And I'm wavy like gravy. Oh, actually, though, gravy's nasty. I don't even eat gravy.
I don't even like the word gravy.
Right? Like this. I used to hate when people say, oh, it's all gravy, baby. Like,
no, it ain't.
No, it's not. Because I don't even eat gravy. Cut it out.
And again, I'm Olivia Gabaree. Hit me up at The Real OG. We'll see you guys next week.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.